Welcome back. And before us now, we have Psalm 70, a psalm that fits very nicely right after Psalm 69 because it is another prayer of the Messiah, but it's much more brief and just a quick prayer for deliverance. In fact, we've seen this exact prayer with a few word changes in Psalm 40. So you might be wondering why the duplication, and there might be a couple different reasons for that. One simple one might be that, remember, we are in book 2 of the Psalms right now. Psalm 40 is in book 1. So before these were all compiled, perhaps it was just thought, hey, this is a nice prayer, let's include this in book 2 as well. And we do that sometimes with our hymns. Maybe at your bedtime prayers, you have prayers that you say that are part of a hymn. It's not the whole hymn, but it's a verse that you have memorized. It's one that you find very fitting either for the end of your day or for the beginning of your day. So maybe something similar like that as book 2 was assembled for worship in Israel. And just with the difference in this psalm from when it is seen in Psalm 40, the change from book 1 to book 2 of the preference for the name Lord as opposed to God. As you look through this psalm here, you'll see, hasten, O God, to save me. In Psalm 40, that would be hasten, O Lord, be pleased, O Lord, to save me. And then throughout the rest, you'll see a similar exchange between Lord and God, as well as a few other simple differences. But again, just a brief psalm, brief prayer asking for deliverance during a time of oppression or suffering, and a familiar pattern or a familiar concept of, Lord, deliver me from those who are persecuting me. And as we look at it in such a close relation with Psalm 69, and then in its fuller context of Psalm 40, this is suffering that is without cause or without reason, based on the psalmist's own actions, based on Christ's own actions. So it's a good prayer for any believer to have on their lips at a time when perhaps they're feeling the suffering for no other reason than the fact that they are a Christian, that they follow God and His will. So without further ado, let's get into this short psalm. Hasten, O God, to save me. O Lord, come quickly to help me. May those who seek my life be put to shame and confusion. May all who desire my ruin be turned back in disgrace. May those who say to me, aha, aha, turn back because of their shame. But may all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who love your salvation always say, let God be exalted. Yet I am poor and needy. Come quickly to me, O God. You are my help and my deliverer. O Lord, do not delay. And I guess just one closing thought, kind of touched on it before, but just notice the different perspective. God's grace is available to all. It's offered freely to all in Christ. And yet we see two different attitudes. There are those who reject it and scorn it, and those who receive it and welcome it. And therefore you see the different tone in this psalm. May those who seek my life, those who oppose me just because I'm a Christian and therefore are really just opposing you, Lord, may they be put to shame and confusion. But may all those who seek you rejoice and be glad. That's all I got for Psalm 70. I'll see you again, hopefully, for Psalm 71.